Hello everyone. Today I am recording video to demonstrate our EFCX campaigns module. So basically it's integrated in unified admin panel. In my screen on the left hand side you can see this is the campaigns module. So when you just click on this campaign module you will be able to see the already created campaigns are here. This is the title for each campaign. Along with this we have this status column. You can from here you can see the status for each campaign, like campaigns could be in published state as well as in unpublished state. Next we have this column. From here you can check the date and time at which specific campaign is created. Along with this we have this modified date and time for each campaign, and at the last you can see there is the column of number of contacts. For example, this specific CSV file has three number of contacts in its CSV file. So this is the basic data for campaigns. You can search the campaign here as well. Along with this we have two different options. First one is add a new campaign, and then we have configurations. I will get back to this configuration option later. Right now I am just going to add a new campaign, or create a new campaign from here. So you can just give it any name. I just select demo campaign, and you can see the campaign is created successfully. So right now the status for this campaign is unpublished. Along with this we have three different options. First one is end, then we have delete option, and then we have edit option. So the basic difference between the end and delete is, for example, if you end the campaign, its status will be updated from unpublished to ended, but it will remain in the system. You will not be able to publish it again, but you will be able to see the campaign. Next we have this delete option. For example, if you delete the campaign, it will be permanently deleted from the system, and then you will not be able to see it again. So this is the basic difference between the end and delete. Next we have the edit option. So I am just going to edit this campaign to explore more features. So just click on this edit option. Here you can see this is the title of the campaign, and next we have this description box. If you want to add the description for specific campaign, so you can just type the description here. Next we have two different options. First one is manage context, and then we have the flow builder. So by using this manage context option you will be able to upload the CSV file which contain number of contacts on which you want to run the campaign. So from here I am just going to upload a CSV file by just clicking on this browse CSV. This is the file, and you will be able to see here that file has been uploaded successfully. This is the columns that my CSV file has, like phone number, email, WhatsApp, Facebook. So these all are the columns. uh, there is one more option which is show columns. When I just click on this option, you can see there are many columns here. For example, I just want to add a Twitter in my CSV file, and just want to show it on the front end. So I will just check mark this column, and then you will be able to see it will appear here. Yes, here is the Twitter. So in this way, you can just check mark the columns and as well as uncheck the columns as per your requirement. So just save this file, and context CSV file has been uploaded successfully. Next we have another option which is the flow builder. So basically flow builder is used to design the flow on the basis of the on the basis of different strategy. When I just click on this flow builder, it will redirect me to node red, and node red is basically used to create and design the flow for different campaigns on the basis of different strategy. So this is the basic interface for Node RED. On the left hand side, you can see there are four different nodes. The campaign node is already here, which is the starting point of the campaign, or you can say it is used to start the campaign. So next we have the condition node. You can design the flow as per your requirement, as per your use case. For example, the businesses can design the flow, you can say, I just design the flow on the basis of some condition. Let's suppose I am just going to configure the condition here. You can add as many condition as you want. So how this flow will actually work. The campaign will started. The context csv file will be passed to the condition node. Our system will check the condition, and if the condition is true, only context on those the condition is going to fulfill will be passed to the action node. So my condition is first name equals to Ahmed. So I just configured this action node, this condition node, and next we have this action node. So the context CSV file will be passed to the condition node. The system will check the condition, and only those contexts whose first name is Ahmed will pass to the action node, and then further action will be applied. So this is how flow of the campaigns work. You can just change the flow or customize the flow as per your requirement. It's totally configurable. So you can add as many action nodes as you want to add with the condition node. The action will be applied on the basis of the condition. So for this action node, I am just going to configure it for WhatsApp. The customer identifier for WhatsApp is WhatsApp, and just set the time here. You can type any message. This is how you can configure the action node. And yes, for the second action node, I'm going to configure it for CX wise. So just select the channel here. The customer identifier is phone number 2, and just set the time here, and campaign type is IVR. So you can add as many action node as you want to add. Right now I have just added for two different channels, for WhatsApp and for CX wise. Next, we have this decision node. So, for example, I just want to take the decision on the previous action. Let's suppose for this action node, like for this CX voice, I just want to take the decision. Like I just suppose customer answered the call. So I just select here simply customer answered the call, and now I just want to add one other action node on the basis of previous decision. Let's suppose I just want to text the customer, like thanks for your time on call or something like that. So simply I will select the channel here, its identifier, and it's 7:15. You can add the placeholders as well. So this is how the actual flow is designed. Let's wait for a couple of minutes, and let's see the message or call is received on the selected channels or not. So let's update the time, and then I'm just going to deploy this. It's 7:13, and just make it 7:15. And for this, let's say 7:17. So from here you must have to deploy the flow of the campaign to apply the changes, or to apply the flow you have designed. So you can see it's successfully deployed. And from here I will have to publish the campaign. Let's refresh it. And this was the campaign, and now it's in published state. When I publish the campaign, you can see the one is here, which means that there was only one contact who was just passed through the condition, and on that contact the further action will be applied. So just wait for a couple of minutes and let's see what happens. Okay, it's 7:13, and here is the message, like, hello, how are you? So the message is received. Let's wait for a voice call, and then the last message from the customer, for the customer. So I'm hoping that the call will be landed on my phone. Okay, so now I'm just going to turn on the camera, and I just wanted to show you that I have received the call on my phone. You can see I answered the call and the music is playing. So this is how the voice call is received. Next, just wait for the last message on the basis of decision note. Till then, I'm just going to explain the last point, which is this configurations. So when you just click on this configurations, there are two different things like custom field and time zone. So time zone, right now this time zone feature is not available. For the custom fields, you can just simply add the custom field here. For example, I'm just going to add any custom field and set its data type string, and you will be able to see that this custom field will appear here. So in this way you can create the custom fields. The basic purpose or the advantage of creating the custom field is, for example, if you want to apply the condition on some custom fields on the runtime, so you can just simply here, and then it will show on your context CSV file. So this is how these custom fields are created. You can say, you can see we have received another message like thanks, and Ahmed was the first name. So thanks Ahmed for your time on call. So this is how the actual flow of the campaign works. And that was all about the campaigns.